Well, hello again. Here we are on the 29th day, or the fourth and final Sabbath of the 8th month. It is the pagan day of Wednesday, December 11th. It is the day before New Moon Day, which commences tomorrow at sunrise on the pagan day of Thursday, December 12th. And as you can see here, the sun is setting in the west, and it should fully set by 4:41. It's approximately 4:23 right now, Eastern Standard Time. The moon is scheduled to rise at 4:30 in the east, and I will show some clips on stellarium before we go into the first watch for those who understand how the celestial clock and calendar of YaHUaH operates as well in 4 watches. But first, here are a few excellent photographs of the moon in the first watch by my better 3/4. Okay, we're back. So sunset is now happening. As you can see, it's approximately 4:47, 16:47 in military time. And as I scroll over, you will be able to see the full moon. And it's going to rule the whole night, just like Hanok or Enoch stated in his 8 witnesses. And as well, it will rule with the stars. So I will now head to a little video in regards to some stellarium views, having us go into the first watch while my better 3/4 take some nice pictures. So there you have it. Starting the night before New Moon Day, you can see the lights, and the lesser light, the moon, will rule the night with the stars and will rule the whole night going from east to west. Okay, here we are with the first stellarium view at moonrise from what we just seen in the video outside in my area, with the moon rising in the east. And once again, the moon will be ruling with the stars, or the 7-star cluster known as Ursa Major and or the Bear from the book of Eob, which revolves around the North Star, known as Polaris today, every day, counterclockwise, in 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.09 seconds. Again, the North Star is a fixed star. And no, in a first day, 9th month celestial pattern or star configuration, the moon will not rule the night with the sons of Ursa Major known as Arcturus or Ash today, and or Spica, known anciently as Ababe. But the lesser light, the moon, will rule the night with the stars known as Orion and Pleiades, also being 7-star clusters. And the moon will rule the night also with a star known as the Lamb, known in Aramaic as Hamal. And please notice how everything has moved counterclockwise by sunset, the night before New Moon Day. And by the end of the first watch, the night before New Moon Day, once again, notice how everything has moved counterclockwise, ruling with the moon. Notice again that by the end, or approximately near the end of the second watch, the moon is still ruling with Orion, Pleiades, and the star known as Hamal, and of course Ursa Major, which is revolving around the fixed star known as Polaris. Again, in a counterclockwise fashion. Here's the view now at the end, or approximately near the end of the third watch. And of course, the final and fourth watch. Once again, notice everything has come full circle as it has revolved around the North Star in a counterclockwise manner. And this view represents my geographical territory at sunrise, announcing New Moon Day, when the full moon greets the sun, the greater light. Here we are at the end of the second watch, and the moon is peeking out at the inclement weather. And if I switch to over here in the sky, kind of hard to see tonight with all the cloud cover, but Orion, Pleiades would be in the direction of the north, above the North Star, above this house with Ursa Major, and the moon is a wonderful, wonderful sight to see the night before New Moon Day, right at the end of the second watch. Well, hello again. Here we are now, with the wind died down just before 5 a.m., and we are in the approximate time period of the third watch, going into the final and fourth watch. And as you can see, the moon is full, 100% illuminated, and it will be now waning to the 99.9% mark here very soon. And if I scroll towards the east and look high up on up with this very simple phone camera, it's only a Samsung less than $100 phone, and the reason we purchased this was to show that anybody could do this on a very, very simple budget, and it picks up the audio really well. And the only thing it doesn't do, and even the best of cameras, you won't pick up all the stars at night in a town, especially with streetlights. But again, over here I can see with my human eye Ursa Major where it's supposed to be at this time period in the morning. So a very effective way of confirming how New Moon Day works with all three witnesses, the sun, moon, and stars. And the three witnesses of the moon are the degrees to true north, the degrees above the horizon, or beyond as some would say, let alone the percent illumination, and of course the three witnesses of the stars. Ursa Major, which is up in this location here right now. Arcturus is just over there, with Spica coming up in that vicinity towards the east. And if I scroll back again to the full moon, you can get a glimpse of Orion and Pleiades. I can't see here tonight, even with the clarity in a winter evening. And again, with all the streetlights, it's a little tough. You got to go a little farther north in the wilderness and really peg it out. But again, a very simple process. Verify first, then go outside and check those verifications with the applications of timeanddate.com if you'd like, mooncalc.org. Some people use simple phone apps, but they just show the sun and moon, and we like to get everything, all three witnesses with the sun, moon, and stars. So again, we'll come back out for just before sunrise and get the same view with its progress counterclockwise, everything moving around the North Star, which is just above my house, right over there. So, back to the full moon, and we'll see you in a little bit. Well, hello again. Here we are just before sunrise, with the full moon setting in the west. I'm about 10 minutes away from my home, and some farmland just outside of the place where I reside. And again, the moon is setting in the west, and as we can see, the sun is rising in the east, as it's supposed to. Well, here we are at sunrise at 7:45 a.m., where the full moon is setting in the west. Think about this, with the restoration of all things. The full moon, the fully restored moon as new moon setting in the west, the lesser light handing the keys to the greater light, being the Father of lights, the Almighty YaHUaH, the restoration of all things once a month, giving us insight into the future of, again, the restoration of all things. Hallelujah! It's New Moon Day for the first day of the 9th month on the celestial clock and calendar of YaHUaH. So please feel free to do your diligence of calculating, counting, and or numbering your days with the 3 witnesses of the moon, including the degrees to true north, the degrees to the horizon, and its percent illumination. You can track this at sunrise and sunset, and even at midnight. Please don't forget as well how the moon rules the night with the stars, and a set configuration or a celestial pattern month after month. That can be tracked in the same manner annually. And once you understand this within a 29-day and or 30-day month, there is no need to follow anyone, including me, because you then can take your forecast and then go outside and shamar and or observe this for yourself. Better stated, test and prove it yourself on a daily and monthly basis. Again, have a great New Moon Day, first day, 9th month. We look forward to the workshops in this subject matter, let alone the workshops that we're now doing with the proposed scriptural study format. All the best in the name which is above all names.